Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, uh, people I don't even really like. This is Center Podcast, and I'm your host, DJ Pinhead, West Virginia Progressive Union. Excuse me, guys, my desk is moving around. We are still getting the studio together, but we are no longer struggle streaming in the wife's office, which is a good thing. Because her space, I like to keep her space. So as I don't have to deal with all the hubbudablue of her being mad about me moving something or putting somewhere it don't belong, so she claims, or unplugging something that I know I didn't unplug, but she sure I unplugged it. Um, to this day, I disagree. To this day, I disagree. I never unplugged that light. I'm standing on that. So if you're watching this video, babe, you lie. We're gonna start to do this thing where we talk about all the presidential candidates. And today we started with Mr. RFK. So I don't have a huge opinion of RF Kennedy Jr. I personally, and I think he is a grifter to some degree. Maybe in his heart of hearts he has the desire to do this, or some of the things that he talks about. I do kind of feel he is genuine, but in a lot of instances, I just think he's just another rich white boy who wants to be the president of the United States and, be famous for that and sell a bunch of books. And I know he did a lot of environmental, um, he fought a lot of environmental racism, and I know that he cares about people, and I think that's what comes across in his on his campaign ad. That's kind of really what comes across to me, that he does care about people, but I think it's not really well defined. It needs to be refined, and he has no real black agenda. And I gotta be honest with you, even when he talks about the stuff uh, that is adjacent to black people like CRT, and we'll get into it, I still can't tell whether he cares about issues for black people. And black people are extremely vocal today about what it is they want and expect from the Democratic Party. I don't think RFK has an idea of what's coming, of what he thinks race relations is in America is no longer that today. At least in my opinion, from what I see, from all the black people from what I can tell, and from all the black people that I talk to, it appears that he has no real black agenda. For him, a lot of it is just, well, we should care about people and Americans and blah 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 blah. I'm telling you right now, from a person who speaks to black people regularly, and I work within the community trying to get people to vote. Black people ain't on that diversity shit right now. Not right now. Not after what Joe Biden just did. And RFK is running in the Democratic Party. So we're gonna look at the campaign ad first. I'm not against it. I'm a like again, like I said, I don't have a real opinion. I don't get much from the ad. I saw Marianne Williams ad. We'll review that in another video. I felt way more uh, in touch with Marianne than I do with RFK after this video. So let's watch and we will discuss.
What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence and lawlessness, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another.
Every nation has a darker side, and the easiest thing for a politician to do is to appeal to our hatred and our anger and our bigotry and greed and xenophobia and all of the alchemies of demagoguery. My father and my uncle had a vision for America, a vision of racial harmony, of prosperity for all Americans, of peace in the world, and of honest government. Their lives were tragically cut short, and America took a different path. Yet the possibility they foresaw is still
Excuse me,
alive,
guys.
the America that almost was and yet may be. I've been fighting corporate corruption my entire life, but I understand that today the problem is much larger than a few crooked individuals. The problem is a system that no longer serves the people, and a people who are so divided and so fearful that they are easily ruled. It's time to unlearn the reflexes of fear and blame and find ways to unify ourselves and turn our country around. I won't pretend to you that it will be easy, but I know what it will take. My father said it: love, wisdom, and compassion toward one another. And that's where we need to start. We will scale down the war machine and bring our resources home. We will rebuild our water systems, repair our roads, modernize our railroads, and clean up our environment. We will also clean up government and earn back the people's trust. We will end the secrecy, the censorship, and the surveillance. We will again be a fearless land of liberty.
The cost of freedom is always high, but Americans have always paid it.
We will face honestly the dark.
So I don't know if you guys are noticing this or not, but I'm telling you, this is not doing it for me. It's just really not. It seems like an ad campaign for somebody trying to run for president back in maybe 2012 or back in maybe 2008, when these vague terms worked. Um, I'm not saying that he should be polarizing, but I am saying that this milk toast Democrat stuff is not it. I can't really tell what he's talking about other than make America good again. And bro, you're not talking to me. I already want that with specific policies in place. And then on top of that, I don't even know if he goes over the anti-vax
The
stuff in
part of
this.
our history,
I
the
don't know. Let's keep watching.
genocide, the racism, not to shame or blame or punish, but to repair as best we can in a spirit of compassion and kindness toward all. I'm inviting all of you to join me to create an America that we can believe in and be proud of again. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I'm running for President of the United States.
I I can't tell whether he's a Republican or Democrat. I can't tell whether or not he is willing to do these things while simultaneously helping poor and working class people, or whether he wants to do this thing, whatever that is, while simultaneously working in tandem and doing bipartisanship with the Republicans. I can't tell. And in a time where you can be very, very specific about what it is that you want, to me, he's being too vague. So I didn't want to just look at the campaign and well, he sucks. So I went and did my research, did my thing, and checked it out and looked up articles and videos and things on RFK. I've condensed it all to share with you guys, but it left it left me more. It left me with a sense of saying he definitely doesn't have anything for me or anything that I need or anything that I want other than more old white dudes being the president. I don't really see a difference.